Greetings everyone, Switched Up here. It's time for another channel update. For the past few weeks, I haven't been, well, get any much copyright messages on my channel, which is a great deal. And I can also explain that I still have a few remakes to do, but I haven't been focused much attention to them. And but I can though explain something more. For about past few weeks, well, some of them actually, I had been working on a few new stories that I haven't been considered to make before. And if you have noticed, one story, Discord Audacio A True Love audio story, has been uploaded, removed, uploaded, and once again removed. That it was because that a copyright message appeared a second time. And that was quite a bit weird. Because both of the pictures of both Discord and Audacio Dazzle weren't even official from the show. Because both of them are actually fan made. So, how can this Hasbro claim that they are belong to them? If these pictures of the two characters was fan made, or at least fan drawn of the official characters. So even if that is true, but still Hasbro cannot claim at least these drawings belong to them because these are actually fan made of official characters. But nevertheless, I have been working on a few new stories over the past few weeks. One that actually is a official character and one is an official character, Misty Fly of the Wonderbolts. And the second one of the with her is Fuse Light. And that is actually a completely fan-made character. I have found several, and I mean several, fan-made pictures of other fan people's um, of some of their own creations. And I have even decided to, since I once had a story called Celestia and Orion, but since that story was deleted by me, and I decided to rechange that story. And you may ask why? Well, since I actually decided, since first of all, I needed to find an official picture of Orion. Even he is official character of the show. I just needed to find some fan-made drawing of him, which after some time searching, I did find him. And another part that I actually remade the entire story. So the original story for between Orion and Celestia are no longer going to be used. But don't worry, it's still going to be same character, but the story might be just a bit longer than the original one was. But over time, though, I had been considered to make some other fan-made characters, and yeah. And if I'd mentioned that I made Tempest Shy, or Tempest of Fluttershy, right? Yeah, I can officially say that that story is complete. And that story itself is around 40 minutes long. In total, 42 minutes and 48 seconds. It actually ended up longer than I were originally supposed to be, but I don't complain. It's longer they are, so it's better they can as they are. In fact, though, there were one of my subscribers. Um, he said that my stories are the new ones I have made so far are getting to be simple. And then you ask how I mean simple? Well, if you have seen some of my old stories where two couples or two characters admit their true feelings almost in the beginning, almost maybe only a few minutes in the story, and that they admit each other through feelings. And I have to agree, it is getting to be simple. And I said once for in another comments about a year ago, I think, that I want design to make some of the stories more realistic. Like not only being like, oh, two characters fell in love with each other and just fell in love and then start dating without any sort of conflict or any drama inside of it. Because if that was like in real life, that would be quite boring. I mean, with no conflict or any sort of drama in it. I mean, that would not be much as a romantic life or a love life. There would be more boring romance and sometimes per speak. So I decided, as that came out and one of my subscribers actually admits that I should try to do something more drastic. So, but he said that I should put it slowly, not to try to change all the stories right away. Because I don't know how many of my subscribers something thinks watching some of my old videos and something watching some of my new ones and decide, whoa, he had really undone himself. He had really changed his entire basic storylines. So, in Tempest Shadow, all I can say though, that Tempest, she returns to Ponyville after some time, and she started dating a stallion. And all I can say now though, Stallion cheats on her, and she decides to leave Ponyville only for a short time to get us thinking. But at the same time, Fluttershy had fallen in love with Tempest, and she admits that herself later on. But something did happen. All the last detail I can reveal about that particular story is that Storm Kings is back, but not as the same as they were in the movie. All I can say, the essence, the living spirit of Storm King is back, and he wants the staff that he used before, so he can restore back to his old self. But that's all I can tell from that particular story. And I don't know if I had mentioned about before that I made another story, Twilight Challenge, about Twilight, Celestia, and Luna, or at least that the royal sisters are taking a part of this Chili Pepper Challenge, which they never heard about. That story were complete on a little bit short while back, and even there were a few other stories that I had made over time. And if you did notice that I have another story, Applejack with Capper, that they had that in the video was about 48 minutes long and then had only one kid. Well, all I can say is that was the wrong story part. This is the child of Capper and Applejack were not supposed to be with them. The kid, their son, was supposed to be with Big Mac and Capper. So I made just a simple mistake in that. So the original story with Capper and Applejack were deleted from our channel because there was some minor mistake. But since I did upload the second part, the second one, which the original, sorry, the more updated, which they had 6 kids, and that is the correct one. I know, I know. There are some of the stories that I can't. Even I do make some mistakes. Even though, all I can say is My channel is growing. Soon I probably have 5,800 subscribers, which is a big deal. I mean, how often do you get that many subscribers in your on your channel? But all I do can say, I even have been working on a few other stories. One named Appleberry Roseluck. And you may ask, is Appleberry part of the Apple family? All I can say is, no, he's not part of the Apple family, even that he has the name Apple part of his name, which doesn't have to mean that he's part of the Apple family. Another story that I had made, well, after this, my girlfriend had found a picture, one with Area Blaze, one of the Dazzlings, and another fan-made character, Thunder Speak. All I can say is that is another odd story, and I have to say that for most of the stories that I have made so far, most of them are in fact audio stories. Even some of my subscribers prefer with text and music. But you have to realize, sometimes when I've worked on a story and when I get another one to find good one, I decide maybe just try to make this as with text and music. But yeah, instead to do that, I decide to use this maintenance and audio. But I do promise it will be more with text and music. And for the next story that I currently am will start working on is Twilight Sparkle Mist with Shirley Lee. That is actually one of the few stories that I haven't even considered to make. Which, I mean, not that I would never do it. I mean, just consider how many possibilities of shippings there are within a fandom. You cannot even imagine how many shippings there are. But from that part, there are a lot of more stories that we make. Others have to be remake, but I always keep an eye on my channel daily basis. And you may ask for one reason: the copyright. Ever since about a few months ago, when I had about 40 copyright messages on my videos. So in order to make sure that I will never have any other copyright messages right for any reason, so I decided always keeping a check on my channel, always to make sure that aren't any copyright messages on my channel of the love stories or true friend stories or any reviews. But that hasn't happened much lately, which I am grateful for. And also, I can even announce that I have been complete with the 4th chapter for Luna and Discord's Secret Daughter. And I'm working most currently on the 5th chapter. And I can't even reveal the title, Kidnapping. But the only detail I can tell is that Rivenite, the daughter of Discord and Luna, are kidnapped. And her new boyfriend, Winter Comet, the son of Twilight and Star Tracker. Yeah, you heard me right. Twilight is dating Star Tracker. But they are then not only dating. Twilight is actually Star Trekker's fiancée. So, even that also, back in chapter 4, the only detail I can say, Rivenite had fallen in love with, well, it was actually Twilight. But she didn't reveal her true feelings towards her. Because after she finds out that Twilight has been engaged with Star Tracker, makes her realize maybe this was a point to tell her. But during the wedding night, during the wedding party, after her parents' wedding, she realized that Winter Comet are quite handsome, and she fell in love with him instead. And I had also something else to announce. I will actually start working on another love story, but this one will be more different. It will not be based on any other love stories that I have made so far. This will actually be River Knight, Winter Comet, A True Love, but it will actually be part of the story that I have been working on for the past few chapters. Since the story, but I can't now work on that story yet. Since after since the story itself, the series, Discord Secret Dollar isn't over. Because I have no idea how many chapters will be part of this particular series. If there will be 8, 10, or 20, I don't know. But so far, I have been working on 5 chapters. And do believe me, it takes time. And it isn't sometimes that easy. But luckily, I have some time when to work on the next chapters when I'm at work. Sometimes when I have lunch break, I can just take out a paper and start writing down the story, or at least what came to me. And I can also say it is going to be one amazing story. But other than that, since I had only been worked on 5 chapters so far, I cannot say how many chapters it will be. And after that series is done, then the last story between Raven Knight and Winter Comet will be made. But I can also reveal I am going to be working on another series. But this one was originally made from me. But since I was originally start working on it, but I never even complete the first chapter until I took a break from it. After my girlfriend Andrea, she told me that she can start working on it for me. So she will be working on those chapters, and I think she has been worked on 2 or 3 chapters, and she hasn't been worked on it for quite some time now. Well, most of the things that, well, during that how she has been feeling lately, but been sick, and that, and since her father passed away in July 4th last year, so and even that she doesn't even work, she has basically all time she needs. But even considering that she lost her father, only about less than a year ago, I mean, it came to her as a son. Even for my old things, must say, take your time, don't have to rush. And that goes even for me. I don't want to rush my stories in a hurry. If I do, I might make some mistakes, some grammar errors, or misplace some pictures or something, or maybe make the story as bad as so that no one would be even basically wouldn't even understand. Because when I first started my channel, started with Lost Stories, in the beginning I had a lot of grammar errors, which many people did comment about. So even from my mistakes for that, I understand. But like I said that many times before, all be patient. Your story will be made. Just even takes a little bit longer time to make it. But consider though that how much I have been worked on for this stories I have and some of the stories that have been put on hold for a while as matters. And I do have other stories that I want to do, and that is not as love stories, more as an audio story. I mean, I have a few that I have been worked on for quite some time. One is Sakura's Past and Discord's Family Reunion. and Tempest Journey. And since I have been actually been complete with Tempest Journey and Sakura's Past and some other few stories that I haven't worked on, but never had the time to complete them. So even if I decide to take a break from all your stories that have been made, but don't have to be panic. Even if I don't work on your story right now, or maybe let you sleep later on, because I have other projects that I want to be complete first. And just imagine how many people ask me to make the stories. You cannot even imagine. And even considering after on Therapy Burrow, when I have found tons of potential love stories. Even my girlfriend finds many love stories already on from DeviantArt or well from any other sites, which I basically don't know what. But otherwise, it is quite a busy work. But how do my work on these stories looks like in the future? Well, consider from that since I still live at home for a moment, hope to move out this year. Still had a lot of time to work on it, and the other part when I have my own family, that will be another matter because if my kids wakes up in the middle of the night and I have to get some sleep or taking care of them and at work and get home from work and etc. I don't know if I'll be able to continue to make so many love stories in the future if I have my own family, but I can't say for certain now. But I do hope that I will be able to create still work on the love stories. And you may ask, is this a part-time work and I would consider to be retired from? Well, perhaps, but that will not happen for a long time. At least for another, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 years. And still, though, there is quite more stories to be made. And just imagine, Generation 5 will soon start, and potential of new love stories based on that particular generation, we cannot imagine. Because we don't know how many other characters will be brought back from G4 to G5. And basically, that is all I can say for now. Even if this channel update has been quite long, but this was something I did want to be announcing about and even mention about something. And but yeah, but I'm glad that all of you remained, stayed to listen to this as this far. So, but I won't take much of your time anymore. So I hope all of you had a great day and as always, subscribe, leave a comment, and as always, this is Switch Diablo over and out.